Tank turning versus hip transitions. Okay, guys, I want you to think about this as it pertains to your stance, specifically in a dynamic, tactically moving environment where you're constantly having to move in different spaces and being aware in a 360-degree, constantly moving environment. When you watch athletes are a great example to take a look at, specifically like a quarterback. If you guys like to watch football, the next time it's on TV, watch how the quarterback drops back and throws the ball. So if to give you an example, when they drop back here, you'll see them turn their hips before they release the ball, which gives them a higher level of accuracy or hit probability to their receiver. And as shooters, we're no different, okay? We still have to use our mechanics of our body just like they do. So I want you to think about that. And I know it's controversial if you've specifically been taught to tank turn with your body. The reason why we don't want to do that is because we're creating tension through our body, which that quarterback doesn't like tension. That's why you see him tend to throw out of bounds if he's crossing over his body. We're the same way, where we might typically miss outside or inside of a target. Okay, so when you're doing that, think about hips towards the target. Okay, especially if you're in a bad situation and you think a guy's going to pull a gun or he comes in and robs the place, you might want to point your hips at him first. Okay, a lot of people will tend to blade like this and then they cross over their body and try to shoot. Well, you're crossing over tension in a life or death situation. So keep your hips towards the target. Not necessarily just your plates. We don't care about that because we don't care about getting shot at that point. Okay, I care about biomechanics to get a higher hit probability, so hopefully I don't get shot. So when we're doing multiple targets like this, and you've got a wide range, I'm going to go ahead and set my feet. And when I start to work across, I'll show you tank turning first, and then I'll show you hip transitions, okay? So it looks kind of like this. So if I do the tank turn, my hips are going to stay straight ahead on the center of the targets. Okay, versus actually getting our body into it and turning the hips. So if I want to shoot this guy, keep the hips at that target, and then so on and so on down the line. So now you'll see just an even flow as I start to move. You start to move, you see those hips going with the target. So your alignment is always there kinesthetically. So that's something you can go out on the range and try on multiple targets or just two targets back and forth. Remember, keep the hips pointed at the target, not just the gun. I'm Travis Haley. Stay sharp, be safe. Thanks for joining me.